Welcome to another warm-up sequence for figure skaters. Let's dive into the 3-step and exercise for inside 3 turns. We'll start by taking an overview of the exercise as a whole. As the name suggests, there are only 3 steps in this exercise. We're going to start with the forward inside 3 turn, then stepping forwards into a forwards crossover. Inside 3 turn, step forwards, crossover. In this video, we're going to focus on 3 key moments to improve our technique, starting with heel closure, because neat feet are hard to beat, the inside to inside edge push to maintain your speed and flow, and pelvic rotation to help control your turn. Let's start with neat feet and heel closure. We'll start with a little reminder that when we arrive on the exit edge of our 3 turn, the alignment of our free leg is a really important start point. It should be slightly outside of your circle so that we can then bring the heels close in readiness to stroke forwards onto our forward outside edge. If our free leg swings across and into the circle line, we will not be able to achieve neatly closed heels like so, drawing along the skating circle line, bringing it into a perpendicular L shape, ready for placement onto the floor to stroke away. And from the opposite observation angle, we can notice the same again. Free leg never crosses that circle line, making it possible to join those heels neatly. But if you haven't got enough time to join those heels neatly when you're out in the wilds on the rink, we can try the barrier assisted method. Here I skate a right forward inside 3 turn, passing off from left hand to right hand during the turn, giving me a moment longer to hold on whilst I find those heels together before executing the step forwards onto outside edge. Let's see the impact of that detail inside the exercise. Heels closing after the extension, ready to stroke forwards, offers an extra moment of not only neatness, but also allows the initial stroke into the forwards crossover to be just a little bit stronger. It's also a fantastic detail for reminding us to be clear about our weight transfer from one circle to the next. Ready for more? Let's tackle the inside to inside push. The subtleties and nuance of this part of the skill will grow with us as we grow as skaters. But the starting point for this is going to be the close quarters we draw our feet to before we start the push. It's going to be important to find this moment each time we cycle through the sequence and prepare ourselves for the delivery of that foot nice and close. And while the heels may not be directly touching, we want about a 45-degree open angle between those feet, sinking into the standing knee to introduce the new inside edge to the ice. Let's notice here that after the inside 3 turn and the forwards crossover extension underneath, we're going to retract that free leg nice and close, almost grazing past the standing leg, and draw it close in for that open angle. That's the setup, so now let's take a look at the push. I don't mean to make you hungry, but the motion of our pushing leg during this inside to inside push is going to behave like twirling spaghetti on a fork. Focus on the foot making the stroke. This is the one that's going to have that spaghetti twirling fork kind of energy going on as we rotate it down through and into the floor. We can see it more clearly here as we paint the angles of the blade during the push. We'll take a glance at that rotation whilst we're in the flow of the exercise. And for anyone thinking that stroke pattern is a little wide, yes, we're not going for the snatched ice dance style, we're embracing a freer weight transfer. If you ever feel spooked turning your inside 3 turn in your non-dominant direction, then this is the answer for you. Grab a chair and something to use as an axis marker. I've used a leg warmer along the floor. Feet in parallel, bend your knees, holding the chair. We're going to extend back. You can leave the edge of your toe touching the floor, but for our purposes, I'm going to raise it up into our classic extended position. Take note of this line, everything below it will remain completely stationary. The remainder of the body highlighted in red will move as one unit. Slowly and carefully rotate until your free leg crosses over the marker behind you. Check that you are using the rotation of your entire pelvis to carry the free leg across that line. You can pause to have a look and see how you're getting on compared to your marker on the floor, and check that the hip bones now should be about 45 degrees difference from where they started. Always move gently and smoothly to avoid twisting the knee of our standing leg. This time let's add a rise and lower once we cross that line, up in the knee and down again. And now en face so we can see the front view. Again, as we're rotating, I want you to really focus on preventing twists through the knee. We want to try and keep the knee over the toe. There's always going to be a little pronation, but move gently as this is a small movement in reality on the ice. Taking it slow, notice the pelvic rotation begins quickly after our push. Our free leg is now slightly outside our skating circle. Rotate just enough and you will feel an urgency to turn. So engage your rocker by pressing into the ball of the foot to free your heel and start your 3-turn. The rotation of the pelvis gives our long extended free leg a head start to sweep around. At the halfway point of our turn, the quickness of our turning foot allows a catch-up process, realigning our skating foot and free leg relationship in good time for our exit glide. That classic backward outside shape with the free leg just outside of the skating circle. This pelvic rotation method can really help us to gain more consistent results on both sides of our forward inside 3 turns. I hope you enjoy adding this delightful, simple forward inside 3-turn exercise to your practice. If you'd like to delve a little deeper into your inside 3-turn technique, why not check out these videos on our Technical Tuesday playlist. Thanks for watching, and remember you can subscribe to get notifications of our latest videos.